Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to crack on with this E30 tonight. I've made the decision. I'm going to run over fenders. As much as I think metal arches are way cooler, I'm just in the mind that this car I actually want to really drive, get proximity, get close, and rather than me having to custom bend out arches again, once they get here, I'm just going to literally riv nut the over fenders to it. If one gets smashed off, I could just put another one straight back on again. Just through pure ease. I think visual wise it looks so much better with a metal arch, but I'm going to cut them right the way up out the way. No problems then, straight over the top. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. I'll record the progress, and hopefully it goes well. Hopefully the inners aren't as bad. Oh, it's here. Hopefully the inners aren't as bad as what they were down here. So we shall see. Right. Whew. See my breath, it's cold in here tonight. Right, let's get this thing up in the air. Oh man, it's so handy having this ramp. Just having to work on the floor and stuff. This is just like perfect height now. I ain't got to mess around. So, the over fenders that I've got will come all the way around the back up to here, and they come down to here. So I think that sort of line all the way up and over, up to there, all the way along will be pretty perfect, I reckon. Oh, such a shame cutting up this arch. That's the mint one. Oh man. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Let's get a bit choppy. If we take a look at this arch, yeah, I mean, it looks like when you look at the bottom edge of here, when you look at the very bottom edge of the over fender, I'm guessing it goes right the way down to the very, very bottom. So where I'm planning to cut out should be fine. Yeah, I might give it a little bit more excess on there where the light goes, but other than that, it should be okay. Any more pictures of it or not? Yeah. Yeah, so there's the original factory trim line, door line there, so that goes down really low. Okay, well that's good. I know where I'm going now, where I'm cutting. They should look pretty cool actually. Yeah, so I reckon the inner of that is where I want to go, because obviously the over fenders come right up to here. So if I do down here somewhere, I might do a little bit, give this a bit more excess, because I don't know where the back is cut out, but it'll only come to here. But I've got no need to cut it that tight basically. So yeah, that should be fine, I reckon. And then I just got to work out what I do with this bit, because it comes down to here. So I might just trim that at an angle. Once the over fender's on, I'll trim it round. I'm not sure yet. We'll figure that bit out. Right, let's start angle grinding. Yeah, right. Definitely some glasses needed. I just touched it, it went straight in my bloody eyeball. Nope, well, that was that night, cut short. I tried cutting it twice, and it spat in my eye twice, so I can't find the bloody glasses in here. So I've looked around everywhere and I can't find any goggles, so I'm going to have to buy some tomorrow, because I've had this before where a disc shattered and shot me in the eye, and I'm not spending 7 hours in A&E tonight, so that can wait till tomorrow. Oh, that was a rather short, uneventful evening. Right, I'll catch you tomorrow, I guess. Right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I found some eye protection. Right, let's get into some cutting. Chopping all right. The only thing is where I haven't got the inner arch attached, it's obviously going to lose its shape, but that won't be too bad to get correct, I don't think. Once I weld a bit in there, it should be absolutely fine. But yeah, it's chopping out quite easy. Right, let's carry on. Well, that wasn't ideal. Alright, let's have another go. Let's drop this down a bit. That there, I reckon. Oh God, how can I get stuff in my eye when I've got bloody glasses on? God, Jesus Christ. Bits of metal, probably rubbing more metal in my eye than I'm taking out. Right, let's soften that up so you can still see. Okay. Blimey, should have got some ear protectors. What about eye protection? Wow. Jesus. Oh, let's give it a little. There we go. Do you know what? Mint metal on the inside of that. I'll probably keep this to do patches inside the wheel arches and stuff like that. Well, do you know what? I was expecting to find all sorts of rust in here, and it's just as clean as I was hoping. It really, really is pretty decent. Shouldn't be much work at all, really, to get that how I want it. So, there we go. With a hammer and a little bolster, I've managed to push out most of this dent that was here. I mean, it's going to get covered by over fender anyway, but all this stuff here, I've managed to push the split out this way, and then I'm going to weld it and obviously grind it down, put a little bit of skimmer filler in there because I can't really get in there to push that out, but it's pretty much where it wants to be straight now. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Time to start learning to weld, I think. So I'm just thinking, this inner wheel arch here, there's some really crispy bits up here. So what I'm thinking, I might just cut, sorry, I always do that. Might just cut to this line here, all the way along, and then that gets that right up out the way of the wheel, so when it's slammed on 15s, nothing's gonna rub. And then I'll just weld a plate maybe, like going straight up here, just to stop any of the crap getting inside there. I think that's gonna be easy in trying to do a whole wheel well. And then I'll have loads of space, so I won't have any clearance issues at all. So, yeah, that's the plan, man. Sorry, excuse the compressor noise, it's like the loudest compressor is in here, but I just need to blow some of the dirt out underneath this E30. So, obviously, this was the damaged side. I'm looking underneath here, and obviously all of that is meant to be straight. I think what I'll be able to do is knock some of it out from behind here, so knock that out straight with a rather large club hammer and a bolster, maybe. But I've managed to straighten out that bit. I think it still needs a bit of a tap this way there. But yeah, once I've got all of this straight, I should be able to trim all this excess edging off. And then that seal should hopefully fit a bit better. Well, that's the plan with my novice skills and knowledge, but from what I've seen online, that's kind of what I need to do, get that metal bit flat and then weld to that inner edge. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's just a bit daunting when you ain't got a clue what you're doing and you just kind of go on YouTube tutorials. I can only do the best I can do, but it's nice giving it a go. I'm enjoying it. It's fun. It's good fun. Right, let's get hammering. My God, I hate this thing so much. And just as I say it, it stays out. I've just been fighting with this thing about 12 times to try and get it to stay. Poxy thing. Right. Hopefully that should stop the dust falling in my eyes. Look, will you go back in again? There we go. Right, that bit there does not want to budge, so I'm thinking I might get a set of mole grips on it. See if I can bend it back the other way, because that is not playing. That's the one. That is the one. That should give me enough grip just to straighten it up with the hammer. Oh, bloody thing. Let's give it a little tap, tap, taparoo. It's pretty much there, I think. It's a lot better than it was. This bit still needs to come out a tiny bit. On further inspection, I thought that I was back to the very last bit of the underneath the sill, but clearly I wasn't, because there's still the spot welds there. I only realised it when I looked under here somewhere and I saw this. Not that you can see. Hold on. Can you get that? So there was a split there. And it's the inner and outer seal coming apart. There, see there? Just at the top of that. Oh, come on, camera. Anyway, assure you, it's 2 bits of seal. So I'm gonna drill these out. Just go and get a spot weld drill bit, drill them out. Hopefully this bit should just fall off, and then the new seal should go under, and I'll just cut the new seal where I need to cut it. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Whether it'll work or not, it's another matter. But I've got to try it. This back part of this seal is actually solid. It really is solid. Bit of surface rust there, but I'll grind that down and prep that. But this bit up here is pretty muddied, so what I might do is cut along this line here and up there, and just put that bit of seal back in. Because obviously round here is non-existent now, because I've cut all that out because it was all rusty. So I'm thinking if I can repanel that section, that would be good. But I don't want to cut all this out, so I might just cut down to maybe this line and weld it up from there, because all the skirts are going to cover this anyway. As long as it's strong, once I've welded it, it'll be fine. So I had a bit of a fault. Yes, I can drill these out. I did start to drill them out. And then I stopped and I thought, they're factory welds, they're going to be a damn sight stronger than my welding. So I'm just going to grind it right the way back to its flush, and then leave them factory welds, and then I'll just re-weld it over the top. I'll just drill through the back, do a little weld to tack them, and do that, I think, because all this is going to be covered by skirts anyway. As long as it's strong, I'm not so fussed. So yeah, I think I will do the lesser of two evils, and skimp out on the drilling and taking that tiny little thin bit off, because it's like a millimetre in it. So what's it going to make a difference underneath skirts? You're not even going to see it. If it pops out of the bottom by a mil, it ain't going to be too much issue. By the time I've chucked a load of pigeon weld in there, it's going to be thicker out anyway, and I'll just grind it off the back. So yeah, I think that'd do. I think, like I say, I'm winging it with a prayer and hope here. So I'm just doing what I think's right. Yeah, anyway. Oh, fuck. Oh, Call that was silly, Craig. Ah, what an idiot. Bloody hell. Okay then. Won't do that again. Oh, fucking hell, that hurt. Right on my stump and all. Okay, that's the second side out. So obviously all this is just getting hidden behind here. I'll take all the pipe out and stuff, fuel tanks out because we're running a fuel cell in the boot anyway. So yeah, I won't need any of that. But yeah, it's out and he's bloody clean again. Look at that, like literally solid. This car is such a good car. Really is such a good car. I'm so excited for this car. Like, I love my Mark II, but I'm honestly thinking the amount that I'm going to use it when this is done, I might even shift it on. I might even sell it. You know, there's like 25 grand smashing around track, and this thing, realistically, once it's all done, cage, everything I want it, paint job, I reckon I'll be into it for 10 grand maybe. So I'll be a lot more willing to use this for what it's meant to be used for. Yeah, I'm thinking I might end up shifting the Mark II on. Possibly. I'll have a think tonight. The thing is with me, if I decide something like that, if I think something like that and I decide it, tonight it'll be up for sale, which it might be later, so I'm not sure. Oh dear. I love the Mark II. I'll say it's literally the coolest car I've ever had. It really is. It's absolutely amazing, the Mark II, but I just want to get more proximity with people, and I'm always worried, like, it's all right when you're on your own and you're getting close to the wall and stuff like that, but it's when you're with other people and you're worried about them spinning and you don't want to plough through them and stuff. At least with this, I'd think, oh, well, I'll put a new over fender on it, you know. It's like, you do the Mark II quarter, like I've done before, it was an absolute ball ache. So this car might have sealed the Mark II's fate, if I'm honest with you. And it's weird, isn't it? You think, like, people go, what, you're going to sell a Mark II for an old E30? But I love these cars. I love BMs. I always have done. I can't help it. As much as I love all the Jap stuff, the BMs for me are just like so easy to skid and just so worry-free. And for what I could sell that Mark II for, I could get this done, buy a trailer and buy a tow vehicle again. So, I don't know, man. Oh, decisions. But I think it might come to that. Watch this space. You know, like, leading on from that, I'd like to have a crack at, like, the KD Customs Winter Series and stuff like that, and, you know, some of Matsuri's events, and I just know I couldn't give it my all in the Mark II. It's a wicked thing for advertising. It's just a wicked car. It's literally perfect for skidding. Like, someone's going to get that, have a wicked street car, wicked track car, but I think for next year's activities, what I want to do with it, it's not really going to tick all the boxes for me. I need something that I can throw about and not worry about. So, yeah. Right, so it's looking pretty good. So I chopped that out because it was a bit rusty in there. Obviously, I know we're not going to need any of that, but I'll just plate all that up. Yeah, going to get rid of all the bumper supports and stuff like that because they're not now needed. They're just going to be on a quick release pin. I was chatting to Lowe's Fiberglass earlier. Going to get the bumpers done for them, so they'll be on there, so I won't need any of that sort of stuff. It'll all be quick release. Yeah, it's moved on pretty quickly. When you think what it was, less than 2 weeks ago when we dragged it out of that pit up there, and look how bad it looked then. I'll put a little clip up then to now. I know it looks bad now because it's like a bloody shell, but it looks way, way better than it did back then, so. Yeah. Whew. Right, I think I'm done for the evening. I'm pretty knackered, actually. But it's looking so much better. Look at that side. Oh, so much better. Do you know what? Thinking about it, what I was just saying about the Mark II, if that car did go, I would have all the money for this car. Like, I could literally take my time, build it up on this channel. It just means that I could put the money back in to go and doing events next year. I just think I'd get so much more driving done with this, and obviously once this is done, it just gives me the option as well for engine. Then I can choose which engine I want properly, and just get all the bits, the best quality that I can buy, basically, that I would like to buy, I should say. Yeah, right. Anyway, guys, in a bit. Wrong hole.